Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to make some easy to make, really inexpensive tinder for your fire kit. We're going to make some waxed jute twine. Alright, so we're going to show you how to make some really inexpensive, easy to make tinder for your fire kit. This stuff is super simple to make. The jute twine does a good job on its own. And the jute twine I'm using is a big roll off of a thing I got at a craft store. So I mean, it's easy to find. I believe even Walmart sells the balls of jute twine. You can find it pretty much anywhere. A lot of the arts and crafts sections of the bigger box stores have it. So anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to coat this with wax, and I'm going to show you a little trick I use to kind of keep it even more flammable once it's lit, and to make it help a little bit when it's in wet conditions. So the first thing we have to do is find a candle and or find some wax and melt it. I'm using those, I have a bunch of these emergency candles. I was going through my kit, and some of them had gotten a little too warm and it had warped under the weight of everything in the kit. And I decided to chop those up and stick them in here. I'm using a cat food can. The nice thing about using this is it's disposable. So if I really don't want to bother digging the wax out, or if I just want to put it away somewhere, I'm not losing a pan. I just got something quick, easy, and disposable that I can use real quick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up the burner here, and we're going to melt this wax. You want to melt this wax at a very low temperature. You don't want to burn it, and you don't want it to catch on fire. So we're going to melt it, and I'll show you how that works. All right, now you can do a double boiler method, but I find this method to be faster. I'm just going to stick drop my thing there. I'm going to stick this right on the fire. Now, have a pair of pliers ready or whatever to pull it off once it gets a little too hot. You'll start to see it smoking, and you'll want to pull it off and kind of swirl it around a little so you don't burn the wax. Now you'll notice there's a little discoloration in the corner there. That's where I had some of my previous special ingredient. I'll show you that in a minute. You're going to want to get a piece of tin foil or plastic wrap or whatever to put it out for when your jute twine is ready to be dried. I'm going to pull that off here, swirl it around a little. And like I said, the double boiler method is a little easier. I mean, it's a little slower, but it can be a little easier if you're new to this. I just take it on, put it off, take it on. I kind of let them do their own thing. Another neat thing that's handy when dealing with this kind of stuff, especially for making jute twine, pulling stuff out of fire, are these here. You get those whenever you get a takeout order of Chinese. Gotta love these things. So what I'm going to do is put this back on. I'm just kind of on and off, stirring very slowly. And I just want to slowly melt this all down. So once this is melted all down, I will show you what I add to make it an even better fire starter. Alright, I got all the wax melted out of there. I'm pulling out the old wicks. I'm just going to put those to the side. Now here's what I do. You guys have seen these. These are the little magnesium bars. I just take a file to the back, and I'll file off some really fine shavings, and you get about that much. Now what you have in the corner there is probably more than enough for this mix. I'll move this out of the way, move that here, and I'm just going to kind of drop it in there ever so lightly and toss my jute twine in. And mix it around so it gets on the jute. Then I'm going to take the rest of these and just soak them. You can do them one by one. I just am doing this for time constraints on the video. I don't want to keep you here all day watching me do one by one. So I'm going to stick them all in at once, swirl them around. Now this alone will probably be good enough for your purposes, but I add the magnesium to kind of help with the waterproofness and to help you in wet conditions where it may not work as well for you. And the neat thing about this cat can is when I'm done with it, I can just leave that and let it harden up and reheat it up when I need more jute twine. So, let's start taking it out, piece by piece. Soak that a little more. Get out of there. And yes, I have fingers of steel. I don't feel the heat on me. I guess from playing guitar years ago. But as a general rule, you want to use a pliers or something else to pull that out. Now I try to lay them out as flat as possible because I'm going to stick these in a bag and I'm going to save them for my fire kit. Mix it up good. And yes, things will get messy, things will get waxy. Don't worry about it, you can always clean up later. You want to give it a good soak and you want to spin it around in that magnesium so that it gets on the twine itself. Now, people may worry about reheating this with the magnesium in it. From this point on, I will do this in a double boiler. I will not put direct flame on it because the magnesium is in there and it could ignite. So I can stick this in a little water of some kind, a little container with water of some kind, heat the water and then heat the wax like that. Heck, in the Nevada desert here, I could probably stick it outside and it would melt again. We've had quite the heat wave. Whoops, I got a little old wick on there. And I'm really waiting till it's over so I can do some outside stuff, because right now, going outside is like not fun. So I'm going to pull all these out, and when we're all done, we're going to give one a try and see how well it works. Alright, so I put them in the fridge to kind of cool them off quick, but they'll dry on their own fairly quick, and you see they come out kind of stiff and weird looking. You can cut these down, you can straighten them out, you can twist them up and stick them in a bag. I like to put them in Ziploc bags, and this is what they'll look like when they're done pretty much. So what you do with these to light them is you just really fluff up an end. You pick an end, you pull off some of the wax. There we go. You'll fluff it up like that. One of the neat things about this too is it allows you to carry flame. Alright, you can't exactly light a candle with a ferro rod. If you have to light another lantern or a candle or whatever on your camp, that will allow you to walk around and do it. But it's also an awesome fire starter. So I'm going to move this over here so I'm not bending weird to do this. Put this here. And there you go. You got fire. That easily. And you'll notice it spits from time to time. That's the magnesium. So it allows it to kind of be a little more weather resistant. If this were to get wet, say, or something, the wax would protect it and the magnesium would kind of help it. And, like I said, you can carry that around and light whatever you need to light. So that's just my little method of doing jute twine. Now, if you don't want to use magnesium, or you don't have one of these mag bars, or you can't get access to magnesium shavings, and you really do want it, excuse the garbage in here, but you really do want it that fine, what you can do is grind up some fat wood and make Maya dust. I have a video a couple years ago on that. It's really simple to do, really easy. What I'm going to do now is just stick these in a bag, fold them up, put them in my fire kit, and they are ready for use whenever. Now, I do recommend against using scented candles. I found all of the scented candles that I've used in the past, see that fits right in there perfect, tend to melt at a much lower temperature. So what's going to happen is while you're carrying this in your backpack, especially out here in Nevada in the desert, they're going to melt, they're going to get mushy. These kind of emergency candles are awesome for this, because I can put this out in the sun, and as a general rule, it's not going to melt off too much. You know, it takes pretty high heat to get them going. So anyway, that's my deal with making a little jute twine with my little addition to it to keep it burning. It definitely helps when in wet weather. You know, that magnesium sparking and keeping going definitely helps in wet weather. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out our Amazon store down below. We got lots of stuff in there, prepping and survival related. If you're not interested in buying any of that and you just want to shop normally, you can just click the link and shop on Amazon, and it will help benefit the channel. Also, too, don't forget to check out our Thrive Life link down below. If you're interested in picking up some freeze-dried food, we got lots of stuff to offer. I am going to be having a new video with some of their new product coming out. They have these little to-go things, so that'll be interesting to check out too. Anyway, talk to you guys later. Bye.